I never thought moving into a new apartment would change my life. The building looked normal enough at first glance, quiet streets, polite neighbors, nothing out of the ordinary. But there was something about the apartment above mine that always felt off. I had noticed the flickering lights behind drawn curtains, odd sounds echoing in the middle of the night, and sometimes a faint smell that didn't belong to any food or cleaning supply. I brushed it off. Everyone has quirks, right? I tried to tell myself that. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. It all started one evening when I was fixing a light fixture in my hallway. I reached up and noticed a small glint in the corner of the ceiling, almost invisible unless you were looking for it. My stomach dropped. A tiny lens, barely bigger than a pinhead, staring down into my apartment. A hidden camera. My heart raced. I froze. Who would do something like this? And why? My mind spun with every possibility, each one darker than the last. I spent hours packing my apartment that night. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a leftover from previous tenants, maybe a security system gone wrong. But curiosity gnawed at me. I needed to see what it recorded. I needed to understand. With trembling hands, I opened my laptop and started researching how to access hidden cameras, how to find their networks, how to watch. It wasn't easy. The network was encrypted, password protected, hidden under layers of digital security. But after nights of trial and error, I finally cracked it. And then I saw it, the footage. At first, it was mundane. My neighbor went about his day, cooking, reading, moving around his apartment, nothing out of the ordinary. But then things started to shift. Other figures appeared. People I had never seen before gliding silently through the apartment. Their movements were unnatural, almost mechanical. And then they started looking directly at the camera, as if they knew I was watching, as if they could see me. My fingers froze over the keyboard. I wanted to look away, to stop, to delete everything and convince myself it was all a prank, but I couldn't. The images were too vivid, too real. The man from the apartment stared into the camera one night, eyes dark, lips curling into a smile that didn't reach his eyes. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to scream. Sleep became impossible. Every creak of the floor sounded like footsteps outside my door. Shadows stretched across the walls, taking forms that shouldn't exist. I considered calling the police, but how could I explain what I had seen without sounding insane? Yes, officer, I hacked into my neighbor's camera and watched something. I knew it wouldn't make sense, and deep down I feared it might make things worse. Days passed. Each time I watched the footage, I noticed more details I hadn't before. A small door in the back of the apartment. No windows, no keyholes, nothing visible from the outside. On the footage, it opened once, silently, and someone, or something, disappeared behind it. And then silence. The apartment went back to normal, but the silence was louder than anything I had heard before. I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was all staged, maybe some elaborate prank. But then I found scratches on my front door. Fresh, desperate, like someone had tried to force it open. And under the door a note. Stop watching or next time you'll disappear too. My hands shook as I picked it up. My heart was pounding. I wanted to throw it away, burn it, erase it from my memory, but I couldn't. That note, it was real. It meant something. Someone knew I had seen them. I became obsessed. Every night I watched. Every shadow, every sound, every movement. And the footage changed. Faces appeared where there hadn't been any. Rooms I hadn't noticed before became visible. And the people, those unknown figures, they were always watching, always aware, always smiling that same cold smile. One night the camera suddenly went offline. I panicked. I rushed to the apartment above, knocking, screaming. No answer, nothing. I peered through the peephole, empty, silent, but the feeling didn't leave. I could still feel it, heavy in the air, like someone breathing behind me. I slept with lights on, doors locked, blinds shut, but no matter what I did, I couldn't shake it. I thought I had escaped it, but the next morning my laptop turned on by itself. The footage was back, and now it wasn't just my neighbor. Faces, dozens of them, watching, staring, waiting, and they weren't doing anything, they were planning. I could see it in their eyes, I could feel it in the air. I've since moved. I don't know if they followed me or not, but the feeling is always there. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see those faces, watching me, waiting for a mistake. Curiosity, I've learned, can be deadly. One peek, one moment of curiosity, and everything changes. If you ever find a hidden camera, don't look. Don't peek. Some doors are not meant to be opened. Some truths are not meant to be seen. And some neighbors are better left unknown. I tell this story now as a warning. I don't know why they chose me. I don't know what they were doing. But I do know this: once you see what they show you, there's no going back. You live with it every moment, every shadow, every whisper behind closed doors. And if you think you're safe, think again. They are watching. They always have been.